HHDG.
Peace, HHDG. Sorry about that little technical difficulties. Looks like we're still having a little bit of an issue here. Sorry about that, y'all. Once again, peace, HHDG. We are on another episode of HHDG Media, the podcast. And shout out our Facebook group, Hip Hop Discussion Group, tuning in. Keep voting on that Mike Madness tournament going on right now. A lot of people coming out the woodwork, letting y'all know their opinions. Once again, you vote for who you feel you should vote for. I'm not going to say any more. Once again, you can head on to our hhdgmedia.com website that you see on the bottom right there on the screen. Go support some of our merch, t-shirts, hoodies, and also check on the latest music that we put up on there. And before we get into our guest for tonight, we gotta big them up on, for what they do. He's coming from the UK. Got some ill production, and his production is what helped put him on the map. We recently interviewed a relative of his on the show, which we will get into later on. And I would say he's one of the people in UK hip hop to check out. He continuously be putting up dope beats on his SoundCloud that are available for sale. So y'all go check the SoundCloud when I put the link up in the comments later on. And always, we're going to get into some of the ill MCs that he's worked with and the production that he's laid down. And as far as production, he does a lot more than that. MCing, doing some engineering work with the mixing and mastering. We're going to get into all that. We also want to talk about the latest album he just produced, dope album, Ben Kingsley. Also talk about another ill project that he produced not too long ago, 12 Bricks, sequel to the EP. We'll get into that as well. But without further ado, coming from London, Micall Parknsun.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Peace.
Peace. You know what I mean?
Doing?
Big up everyone in New York, bro. I'm out here in London. It's like bloody almost 12 and shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, thank that intro was gave me a bit of goosebumps, man. I can't even front. You get me? Like, in terms of production, talking about production on the map is that, especially like after watching the Genius documentary, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, thank you, bro. It's an honor, you know what I mean? Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it, man. And like I said, your production put you on the map. So
It's
I
an
mean,
honor.
you gotta tell us where it started.
Well, I started producing after. Well, I started rapping first, obviously, but I mean, as soon as I got the bug. But when my first record came out, which was in 2004, which is it was like a 12-inch single called "The Shit and the Struggle," and the B-side I produced, even though I had been doing beats for a while. But like before I started working with the MPC, I was fucking with a Yamaha SU10. It's just a sample unit, and I made a couple of things in terms of UK style, like with that, and then that kind of popped off. Like I had no records, no distribution, but man was playing the shit on the radio. You know what I mean? So from that, I kind of I didn't really think about being a producer until my third album, which is called Me, Myself, and Akai, which you see is the logo of my brand. You know what I mean? And because I put out an album, the first album was called The Working Class Dad, and then the second album was called First Second Time Around, which had production from like M Phases, you know, like M Phases who produced Clap for Pharoah Monch, produced Still Standing, done shit for MOP. You know what I mean? He does pop now, like big up my man Mark Landon right now. But you know, he's producing for like fucking Demi Lovato and shit now. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, man, like the progress is the progress. You get me?
Yep.
But when I did the second album, it was more of a branch out to the US, like, well, not just the US, but just more than just England.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or Europe. So when I did it, and it didn't really kind of dawn on me until when I met Pharoah, and Pharoah said, yeah, because obviously we work with the same producer, so Mark M-Phase has already played him some shit, you know what I mean? So when he's like, nah, man, you make hip-hop, you don't make UK hip-hop, you make hip-hop,
Yeah.
It always resonated with me, and I always just wanted to do that. It doesn't matter where you're from. If the shit's banging, the shit's banging, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
I just kept on stuck into that. And when I got to the third album, which is Me, Myself, and Akai, it was a point to self-produce. Now I had a MPC 2000, but it broke at the time. Well, it wasn't working properly. So I did a show, and then I got that shit together. And I got the money from that, and then I got an MPC 1000, and I produced the whole album off that. And like some joints off it, obviously got notoriety as in terms of some of my favorite producers who actually influenced me, like Kev Brown and shit like that. They actually heard it, you know what I mean? So that kind of put me on the next kind of, not plateau, but I just like, bro, yeah, so now you can produce, you know what I mean? So I just started just working with that. And obviously I started producing for other big artists in the UK, like Dirty Goods, who does the grind thing. He does everything, but I think he's just a killer anyway. This is even before I got to 12 Bricks and Weed Smoke with the Fly Hooligan, who's my cousin and stuff like that. Before I even got to that, I started working with other artists who were in the UK. And then even Sonny Jim, if you heard of Sonny Jim as well, like the Live at the Bonanza EP, that's all me. You know what I mean? It says him, it don't say both of us, but I produced that.
Oh,
you know I mean? So a lot of people don't know, like, that I did a lot of stuff. It was just like learning and trying to, you know, make a brand. It's not just a brand, but just make a aura, persona, if you want to call it.
Yeah.
You get me? Like, of that, yeah, I can do it. It does what it says on the tin. And then started constantly you know, working with other producers, rapping as well. Like I've worked with Mr. Thing. I've worked with, you know, my man, who's my man forever, Giallo Point. We did the album called The Magnum Opus. We've got a second one coming soon. It's almost done. But like I just started like working as an MC and producer. I just like, fuck it. Like I ain't got no time to be in one box.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. This is me. This is what I do. This is what I can see. You like it, you don't. You know what I mean? And with Jugs, even when we did Six Bricks, we always intended to have an album. It just worked out right, you know. It's just, I got big up Juggernaut for real, because out of a lot of artists who I've worked with, even like Mop, I got big up Mop Man as well. Like, you know, it's about initiative. You know, people can give you the beats, right? They can give you the, you know, the stems, shit, but it's down to the MC, the artist, to actually take that initiative and turn it into art, like, or make it come out. It's not down to just the producer or the producer's name to do
true.
shit. And being from the UK, obviously we've already got a mentality of we got to work twice as hard or 3 times as hard. And if you're black, you got to work 4 times, 5 times as hard. And I'm black and a father. So if you're hearing me, I know I'm not on really that blowing the trumpet shit, but my cousin told me, like, you know, the work shows for what it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's not no 10,000 hours shit. I've been, you know, when I grew up, like, I'm an old head. I was born 1979. When Illmatic came out, I was 13. You know what I mean? I got that shit on cassette, like in HMV and shit. So when the Golden Era was out, I wasn't in New York or whatever, but we had a whole persona of how it was. Like, I watched Juice when it came out. I used to fucking wait until your MTV Raps at 12 o'clock, like what it is now, to tape fucking your MTV Raps and shit like that. And if you love the culture, because real talk, I'll say, like, the Fly Hooligan, I don't even call him that. He's my cousin. I call him the culture. You know what I mean? Because, like, certain things resonate with the culture of what down to Helly Henson jackets. We all lived that. You know what I mean? Guess jeans. Shit like that. Like, we weren't there, but what was offered and given to us, it felt like we were there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That influence became, you know, part of the life over
there. This is why I feel a lot of people fuck with my cuz, because they feel it. Because they feel with even Jugs, you know what I mean? Even Fiber, like, so, you know what I mean? Like, Ray Vendetta, like, there's an essence, there's a cloth within that, like, you can just tell of the essence of what man was influenced by. You can feel, because it's lost. You can get lost in the marketing schemes and the rare. But even funny enough, like, even after my 3rd album, like, I don't fuck with press. Like, I don't really do a lot of interviews. I'll do it if it's worth it, and I understand, like, what you do is, like, you know what I mean, for the essence to understand for other people about the culture. But
respect that.
I don't really do that stuff. Like, I don't, when I put out an album, even with the Giallo Point album, we didn't do no press. The shit got reviewed in certain magazines and shit. But that's how hip hop should be. I ain't gonna send you that shit. If the streets speak, the streets speak, innit? You know what I mean? Like, if
people speak and share the word.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't got to pay for this or trying to get on or trying to compete. I never wasn't in the competing person. I'm an Arsenal fan, as you can see. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really into that stuff. What I'm into is the legacy and the music, what you leave behind, because that's the only thing what's going to last forever. So everything I apply myself to, I have with that same incentive of trying to last forever. So even when I'm dead, the shit I did, Spen Kingsley album, like a lot of the anthems I did for my cousin, like, it's bigger than even me and my cousin. You know what I mean? We're doing it to set a precedent, as my cousin would say, check the timeline. You know what I mean? Like, you when you're doing something to last, it's like, rest in peace. I don't know if you heard of the guy, rest in peace, Jamal Edwards, who created SBTV. He died, you know, like last month. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard about that.
You know, 31 years old. You know what I mean? Like, he was like, it's not about you lasting forever. It's about creating something that will. That's what he said. And I live by that. You know what I mean? I've got 4 beautiful children. One's a man. You know what I mean? I've got a wife. Everything I stand by, like, it's very hard to make a living off music. But if you use your brain, and if you can breathe whatever you want into fruition. It's just about how much you want it and how hard you want it. You know what I mean? How and what you're content with. You know what I'm saying?
And know your audience.
That's it. Know your audience. But I'm never really. That's the difference between me. Like maybe I'm a bit too modest, too humble. Maybe I need to allow it out there. But I've always had that whole thing in my head. Well, my music speaks for itself. My music may not be humble. My music tells you I'm the illest motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was a double-edged sword. Hip hop is an egotistical sport, if they want to call it that. But to me, it's filling my fridge, it's feeding my kids, and I'm forever grateful. I could be doing some dumb shit like on some Top Boy. I don't know if you guys be watching Top Boy.
Yeah, I've been watching that. Yeah,
I'm saying, so man could be doing that. I could have been doing that. You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm thankful for something what was created in the Bronx by Kool Herc and the lost, forgotten children, ethnic children of the Bronx. You get me? Like, to giving me a platform to eat.
It's true.
To feed my kids and to be on talking to someone in New York right now because of something New York created. You know what I mean? So thank you, and thank you. That's what I stand by. Sorry to go on a bit of a rant.
No, that's all good.
Had a couple. You know what I mean?
It's all good. Yeah, but I mean, hip hop is that influence, and if you look at almost every country, where does the hip hop come from? It comes from the ground up, from people that are impoverished, people that are struggling, and we speaking on it through our music. We expressing it through our dance. It's the same everywhere.
That's it. Another reason is you can kind of tell, like, obviously there's a new renaissance, or if you want to call it renaissance of rap or whatever, but regardless of that renaissance, it comes from a genuine place of not just pain, but just or working twice as hard. But man ain't doing it for clout. You start from there. Like, if I was doing this shit from clout, I don't think I'll be feeding my kids. Like, a lot of people do this for the wrong reasons, just to get up there, you know what I mean? Or whether you be a trendsetter or something. Sometimes, especially like in the UK, it's a lot different. It's nice to get love like from abroad. When you get love from abroad, sometimes fans over here would just be overlooking because they just feel, yeah, man, America's got your back, or this is that, or they're feeling you. They're feeling you. I'm feeling you, but I ain't gonna share that I'm feeling you because these niggas is feeling you. You know what I mean? Sorry.
That's not too great because in other countries how do I say this? The UK gets frowned upon, when y'all spitting.
Gets frowned upon.
Yeah.
It's frowned upon.
I see it a lot.
Certain artists come across, till certain artists break the mold, like obviously people you mentioned, but yeah, it gets frowned upon. But the first main fact is why it would get frowned upon is like, why am I gonna listen to you when I got my man right here? He ill, and he's from where I'm from, and he's from the dirt where I know. You can't trump that. But if it precedes that, then you got to check it. But in the UK, there is no preceding that. Even if you precede that, man will overlook you. That's why I did overlook. Like, man will like, yeah, I want you, like, they'll be in your inbox, I want you to win. But in your outbox ain't sharing your shit. They're like, yo, this is my song. I really love this shit. This shit made me do this, but they won't be sharing that. But me, I'm be like, yo, check my man's album. I have nothing to do with it. I ain't produced it. I like that. I'm gonna share it. But in the UK, it's just like everyone's got politic type vibes. I'm sorry to just say the truth, but I can't lie. I'm done being modest with certain things. I used to be modest with certain things, whether they, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like certain people believe me and my cousin's album is album of the year. It's only March. You know what I mean? Like, thank you for saying that. That's cool. And openly saying that. There's people who've been saying that in the inboxes, but they won't be saying that. You know what I mean? Like, so, but it is what it is, man. Like, it's cool. Like, I understand. When I see that more, it just gives us more battery power to just keep doing what we're doing. You get me? Because, man has done certain things, like even when we went out to hip hop camp, like we did certain things to notice that legends from overseas, where you lot are from, respect what we do, but not only respect what we do, like we've been rinsing it. The fact that I had alchemists tell me, yo, weed smoke, I'm made up, I'm good. I'm good. It's not like about money good. It's about like, and this is back to the whole clout chasing shit. I'm not real, like, it's a, there's a certain line of respect, whether you're gonna pay for it or whether you're gonna earn it. You get me? And that worked out for me. I've met a lot of legends in my life. I met Pete, I met Primo, I met Lord Finesse. Like when they've been down here, you get me? I've supported some of them. I met Black Milk. I met, damn shit, man. Or Blue and Exile. A lot of producers, a lot of influences. Kev Brown. You get me? Like a lot of influences. You get me? Like who are the reason why I do. Like man's even blatantly, but that's the whole point to me, what I see in hip hop as well. Like you get influenced by something and then you, like Evidence said it. Big up Evidence. He was like the whole, on his On Learning album, he was like, there was a skit on there where he was like, yo, you got to find yourself through your influences. That's how you find yourself. Like me, I love Primo, I love Pete Rock, I love Kev Brown, I love Diamond D, I love Large Pro. You mix that all together with a hint of Black Milk, a hint of you might find me. Half of them is like rapper producers and half of them are just producers. You know what I mean? Like it's just about your influence for what you find yourself. It's like my cousin as well. Like, Woo Baby, man. He met RZA. He met all of them. You know what I'm saying? Big up, rest in peace, Sean Price. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
To me, Sean Price as well. Another thing which is funny, Sean Price is like my top. Like, he's not even top 5. He's the greatest rapper to me. The most ignorant shit. People laugh, but that's the way how he does it is the great. He's the greatest to me. Sean Price is the greatest to me. I told his wife. I told bless Bernadette. You know what I mean? Bless Sean. He's the greatest ever. The GOAT. Like, even when you hear some of my raps, you might hear the influences of him. You might hear you know what I mean? But I ain't afraid to say that. You get me? But a lot of people in UK be trying to take shit and just be acting like it's new and shit.
Yeah, that's not cool, man. So when did you give yourself the Me, Myself, and the Kai name?
Yeah, it came out 2013, but I came up with the name because it's obviously in the name of an album, my third album. I came up with the name I think 2011, some shit. So it took like about a year, 2 years to do. I done a little tour, supported the Jizza as well. But when I did it, I'm kind of glad I did it because I knew when I did it, I knew it was one of them things what's going to last forever. People don't see it. Well, some people do. So I know I'm good, but I know it's like when I'm dead and gone, that logo for producers everywhere, whoever, that shit will last forever on some Run DMC shit. You get me? Like, it's not no I believe that, like, with my whole heart, my chest. My kids are gonna eat off that shit. Get me? And the music backs it up, bro. Like, if people want to tell me it don't, like, show me. Like, you get me? Like, but nah, man. Like, I knew when I did it, when I said it, when I what's it called? It patterned it, or whatever you want to call that. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, made it mine, copyrighted it, whatever which way you want to twist it. Yeah, man. And that's another thing. Like, even with Kev Brown, big up Kev Brown. Like, it's one of, you know, if it wasn't for that album, he wouldn't know who I am. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I got, straight. Like, I remember he was in London, he done the show. He was doing what ruling means. Like, I was like, that's one of my joints with him and Grap Lover, because I'm a fucking backpack head. You know what I mean? And he's like, yo, can't man started doing with the chorus, this is what ruling means, cats that, you know what I mean? Like, and he was like, yo, and he goes, yo, hey, you don't know about Micall Parknsun? You don't know about Return of the Blow and shit? And I was just like, wow. Bucked up later, you know what I'm saying? But like,
that must be great.
Wow.
That feeling.
Like, wow, like, raw, bro. And the thing is, it's like Return of the Blow. I wouldn't have made Return of the Blow if I didn't hear Work in Progress by Kev Brown. You get me? So God works in mysterious ways, man. You know what I mean? Like, literally, the Turn of the Blow is not that. It's not the same as Work in Progress, but I was inspired by what he did with Work in Progress, the beat, and it was one of the last beats for the Me, Myself, and Akai album. Where I was like, nah, man, damn, like, yeah, like, because around the same time I was fucking with it, I Do What I Do by Kev Brown. So all of these influences, like Black Milk and even Odyssey, and you know what I mean, like, there's too many to mention. And then even my peers here, like, or no, not here now, like my man like Beat Butcher, my man like Appetite, my man like, well, AP, you know what I'm saying, like Apollo, Cosign, fuck with Sonny Jim, like Kellikowski. All of these people, like, they all influence me and they just help me be me. You know what I mean? Like, so there's so many names to mention, but yeah, specifically I would say now, like, really who boosted in terms of production, in terms of making my shit a lot better, like Beat Butcher and AP, Appetite. AP's produced for like Quelle Chris, like, they live over here, and you know who Beat Butcher is.
Yep.
I mean, that's my guy. Like, I've known him for like 20 years. You know what I mean? Even when he was flying out there to do fucking shit with Sean Price and then coming back, like, he live out in LA now and he's doing big things. But that we still talk, like, that's my guy. I know, as you know, if you don't know, Power Driver, that is me and Beat Butcher. We made that beat in my cousin's flat before he left to LA. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my guy. Big up all of the shit you like now. Like, he made me a better producer. You know what I mean? All of his filth shits. Like, I've got shits what no one got as well, but like all of that, what he's doing, he's making a hell of a lot of people better. Derringer, shit. We can go on and on, man. Everyone's playing there, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Like, I'm just thankful for this is my job.
Yeah.
You get me? So I feed kids off this, and thankful to be around people who I came up with doing it.
Yeah.
So,
and the thing that's really great is early in your career, who you work with, not from the UK, but that were well known from the US. A lot of people don't really grasp that, considering that you're from the UK, and a lot of people, when it comes to producers and artists, from another country, as far as when it comes to the US, they don't really want to hear all that. No. So for you already early in your career to be working with Pharoah Monch.
No, I didn't work with him. Like,
not
with the same producer. Like, we worked with the same producer.
Yeah, in phases. Yeah,
the same producer who produced for him,
right,
produced for me. Like, but the fact that he knows of me because of that producer.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And every time he come to London, like, He'd be like, yo, what's Pete? And then Boogie Blind, big up DJ Boogie Blind
Oh,
from the
wow.
Executioners.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Man, really calling me. So like, that's just like a bucket list for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people influence me. Like, not even that, like, even like, the Extinction Agenda album, as far as coming up in the 90s for me, you'd have to remember, like, I'm born in 1979. So when the Extinction Agenda come out, that came out 94, right? I was 14 or some shit.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, 94, 95. Like, so I the Large Pro remix of Stress and shit like that. I loved it. So when it came out, I was at the height of testosterone, though. You know what I mean? The height of the change. Rumpelstiltskins. I know about rap groups that a lot of people out here don't even know existed from an era, because I'm from, I'm Generation X. You know what I mean? So I know what it's like not to have a cell phone and not to have this internet shit.
Yep. But have that physical in your hand.
You're right. You know what I mean? So, I was talking to someone about the Bush Babies the other day. Like, niggas don't even know about the Bush Babies. That's how much I'm ingrained in this shit. Like, I loved it. Like, from Native Tongue to DITC to, you know what I mean? Like, even meeting like the only one influence I haven't met right now, or two, obviously one of them's dead. Rest in peace, Jay Dilla and Nas. But I've seen Nas perform. You get me? Like, Nas is the first person to make me want to write a fucking bar. Like, literally. Like, I just used to freestyle back in the day and try and rap like Kane. You know what I mean? Like, from Rafa Kane album and stuff like that. But, nah, when I heard Illmatic, you get me? I think it was the bar, like, from Represent. The type of nigga who be pissing in the elevator. That I don't know what it was. I was just like, nah, man, I need to start writing. You know what I mean? Like, so, but the whole influence, the whole era of that. You know what I mean? I still encapsulate it. I still listen to bloody Cloud 9 and album. You remember Nine Lives and all that shit? I still like listen to old shit. Large Pro, Pete Rock from the High School High Scout soundtrack. You know what I mean? Rap World and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that shit. I still listen to MOP. I got it signed by them. Pounds Up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm into that shit. I love that shit. That's my, like our parents is, they be listening to like Temptations, or in where we're from, it'll be Gregory Isaacs, a lot of dub, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jacob Miller, or, you know what I mean? That's all, like that shit there is my Gregory Isaacs. That's, to my kids, they're like, what the fuck's this? You know what I mean? I'll be listening to fucking Public Enemy, running for your life on the night, running for your black. You get me? That's me. I don't know why. It's just the way I grew up.
They grew up, yeah. Now, as far as the music from the US, when it came out over here, how fast did you get it over there?
Well, when it was like, I remember when it was like maybe 92, 93, when Onyx came out, it was out. Back the Fuck Up was out. Like, it was out in HMV. You know what I'm saying? But you had a source, which was radio. Yeah. And we had like Kiss FM. We had Max LS and Davy J. And we had Westwood. And we had Choice FM 279. So we had like 3 radio stations were all played like on Friday or whatever. So that's how you would get your insight was what coming out. Not only did we have that, we had the Hip Hop Connection magazine. So we would get our insight of what. But around, I don't know, like I think like Tim Dog's Do or Die albums out. But at the same time they would play that, they would play some UK stuff as well. So it was like a mixture, a conjuncture. Like I had a conjuncture of, yeah, I love this shit, and encouragement. Yo, I love this shit, and then encouragement. Yo, you can do this shit. You get me? Like, but if you're gonna do it, because bruv, when I came out, bruv, man sounded American, like hardcore, like proper, like my wife used to say I used to try and sound like meth and shit. You get me? Like, so it took as I said, through the influences, you find yourself.
Yeah.
And that's how I found myself. I found my niche when I did the shit, you know, because I've worked with American artists like Napoleon the Legend. I've got to big up Napoleon the Legend. I've got to big up
Absolutely.
Smooth. Obviously, I've done a joint with which has got Guilty Simpson on it. I've done a joint which has got Rusty Jukes on it. Like, I've done features with American artists on and stuff like that, which is nice. Even I've got to big up the Snow Goons as well, because I'm on their new album what's out now. It's just about, like, is the sound right? What you're saying, is it dope? And does it sound right? And I feel like if you're just you, it's what I think it was Nem saying it the other day. Like, bro, like, you can't go wrong if you're just you, man. A lot of people put on some shit, but I've always just been me, man. When I first came out, my first album, The Working Class Dad, it was just me. Like, I weren't you get me, like, trying to bite shit or trying to do this. It was just me and my love for it. And then your love, and if people fuck with you, they fuck with you. You can't go wrong if you're you. If you're trying to be something else, people always tell. Like, I've always noticed that.
You're gonna find out.
Whether you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So
that's dope. Now, the same way that radio helped you to know about music over here, I've been listening to Rinse FM for many years, man. But I listen to a lot more than just hip hop. You know, I've been into the jungle for who knows how long, man.
Oh wow! I've worked with a couple of drum and bass artists. I produced. Have you ever heard of an artist called DRS?
Yes.
Yeah, man. I produced a joint on his first album.
Wow.
You should check it out. Yeah, like, it's called Try One, I think. Yeah, you should check it out, man. It says featuring me in that. But yeah, man, like, big up DRS, bro. That's what it's about. To be honest with you, you're gonna laugh at this. Well, not even laugh at this. Like, me and Giallo Point, big up my guy Giallo Point. We got our second album's near enough wrapped up because we put out that magnum opus. This next one's called the Magnum Sequel. We got Harry Shotter on the album, and Harry Shotter, you know what Harry Shotter does. You know what I mean? And, you know, he's just a ridiculous drum and bass MC. Not only that, he's just a ridiculous MC, period. And it was nice to get him on the album as well. You know what I mean? I got him and Ray Vendetta on the same joint.
Wow.
So yeah, look out for that coming at the end of the year, the Magnum Sequel. Yeah, we got that almost. We're in the mixing phase at the moment.
That's dope.
But yeah, I'm quite happy about how things are turning out with that. Obviously, I've got another self-produced project there, which is in the waiting. I don't know what to call it yet. But yeah, in terms of the Magnum Sequel, so far the features is, you know, the Flyers, the Culture, the Fly Hooligan, got Harry Shotter, Ray Vendetta, Napoleon the Legend, who's a very good friend of mine. Big up Napoleon the Legend. I don't know if you've heard any of the joints we've done together. He was on the last EP I did, you know what I mean? We did the joint Still Living Black. And I got, to be honest with you, I got to big him up for that, because at the time when I did it, like literally the same day I wrote the verse is the day I saw George Floyd die. Which is fucked up. But I just felt compelled to do something. It's being a black man. It doesn't matter where you're from, whether you're from Europe, whether you're from, we all feel the same thing as a black man. We all feel like we got to work twice as hard. We all feel we got to conduct ourselves a certain way in the Western Hemisphere compared to how you conduct yourself a certain way in Africa. You know what I mean? So I just felt compelled to do, like, I just don't know why. You know what I mean? That's why I just started it off. And when I found the loop, I remember, like, man saying, yo, this is some Kanye West type beat. But I was like, nah, this is some melody shit. I was like, check out my melody. Still known as a threat without a felony. Black man, live in the flesh, living a legacy. My bloodline came from a time before Genesis. It's all relative. Police ready to lynch. Oh, bruh, you know what I mean? Just check it out. Still Living Black. But, you know, when I read that shit, I don't know what. It was just, but that's what happens, man. Like, the best things sometimes come out of pain, you know, to represent you know, and the funnier thing about it as well, it got played on radio out here, like a lot. So,
Really?
which is good. Yeah, like it got played on Kiss FM. I got to big up DJ Shorty Blitz for doing that. Yeah, but yeah, like it got played, and you know, so I'm quite thankful for how it turned out. But not only how it turned out, it's just a universal feeling. Not only just the universal feeling of the music, it's the universal message of, yo, man, it's still tough out here.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter where you from, bro. You're still black. You still got to do bare shit. You know what I mean? You know, and even with our confidence, you know what I mean? Like, when we're confident, people look at us like we're crazy.
Crazy, or we angry.
Yeah, or we're angry, or we're confused, or we don't know, or we've lost the plot. But it goes back to that whole same notion of, you ever heard the notion of, like, yeah, once I told my wife, yo, I'm gonna go climb this mountain. She's like, you can't do that, man. You can't do that. I'm gonna climb this mountain. I'm not gonna have Tom. I said, oh, yo, if you don't want to do it, it's cool, but I'm gonna climb this mountain. I believe I'm gonna climb this mountain. And people will try and talk you out of it, but the only reason why they'll try and talk you out of it because they see themselves climbing the mountain. They don't see you climbing the mountain. You know what I mean? So when people tell you, oh, nah, you can't do that, it's like I saw them saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna come up with this brand called Fuck Your Life. And people was like, nah, you can't do that, man. Now people out here saying fuck your life. Because you believe in it. I don't care what, you don't have to believe in it. Most people project their fears of what they believe for themselves onto you. And as I say, sorry to keep on mentioning the culture, my cousin, the Fly Hooligan, but he taught me a lot of things and he showed me a lot of things like, yo, you're only putting yourself in the box they want you to put yourself in.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So if you are and you believe in yourself wholeheartedly when no one believes in you, you can still succeed.
That's the motivation that a lot
Sorry
of people...
about my little anecdote, but yeah, you can still succeed. You know what I mean? Like you can still get what you need to get. People like even no matter what, like barriers. Like, look, bro, you're from America, bro. You're talking to me over the internet. The amount of shit you're going through right now, and still, bro, that's proof enough. Like, fuck me, like my career or whatever the fuck. Like, real talk, like what we're doing now, it's just proof enough. Like, bro, we can achieve whatever we can, regardless of what circumstances are going against us.
We can always achieve.
You know what I mean? That's why I shared some shit on Instagram today. And it was really to do with America, because with UK and Europe, it's a lot, in terms of racism, yeah, it's systematic, but it's a lot different. It's not up in your face, blatantly spit in your face like how it is in the States. You know what I mean? Okay. And it was a 7-year-old man, and he was doing the calisthenics. And this brother was swole. You get me? He was 70, bro. 70 fucking years old, bro. This man was swole, and all I could think to myself is, this is why, like, man is, like, this is why the fear from ignorance, like, man is too powerful. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I would fear that if I was as ignorant. Yo, look how strong this guy is. Doesn't matter how much we've done to his people, like, and what have you. Look at, we can't kill him.
What he's, yep.
We can give him vaccines, we still can't kill him.
They hate that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not on no like war shit. Like, I'm just talking just about, like, you know, you try and, you know what I'm saying? Like, if your heart's in a dark place, it's not gonna work.
Keep us down in every way that you can.
Well, but that's what happens on a stolen land, isn't it? Like, it's a stolen land, man, trying to own stolen land, trying to, you know, it's over here as well, but, you know, like,
Nothing's owned. At the end of the day, this is planet Earth, and people are trying to use the most minorest things to separate human beings in order to eat. All right, cool. You know what I mean? All right. But regardless of you doing it, the more you do it, the more you fail. It's like the whole thing breathing into fruition. Like, oh man, we won't be able to procreate. We won't be able to. Yo, we need to kill these guys. We need to give them AIDS. We need to do this. We need to do that. And no matter what, we still here. Like, by you doing that, you're killing off your own people with ignorance, by them doing ignorance and stuff like that, and vice versa. We do ignorant shit. Like, don't get it twisted. You get me? But that's like because man learned from what he's been brought up on and bred to do. We live in the ignorant world because they run the world. So you're gonna do some ignorant shit. Like right now, I'm smoking. I mean, I'm not saying that smoking is intact with ignorance, but the whole fact of killing yourself. One way to relax or to relieve yourself from stress. Like, why? That's what I say, bro. That's what I try and do as much music as I can. So there's so much shit out there from me. If you type my name in, because the only thing you're gonna leave behind is this. So while we're here, let's do as much as we can. You get me? You know, and I'm so thankful that people in the States, Japan, wherever, listen to what I'm doing. Obviously. It's spelled. I need to explain this to the viewers in the States as well. I know my name's spelled different, but I am of African descent. My father is African, but we're all Africans, all human beings, white as well, right? Because the first man was in Africa, right? But what I'm trying to say is like my dad is spelled Micall or Micall, yeah? But my dad is Ghanaian, innit? So when he would call me, he would go, Mako. Hey, Mako. My name is Michael. That is my name. You know what I'm saying? So when I write it that way, in terms of not only I'm a mic and I'm all about the mic, but it's in the essence to how my father would call me. You understand what I'm saying? So like that's the whole reason why it's spelled that way. I don't change the spelling. I don't put no dash in between. None of that. It's we all leave heritages or things what have influenced us, but we are all products of our heritage, regardless of what it is. You're a product of your mother and father and your granddad, one way or another, and trying to pick that in my art as well as leave it to my kids as well. You know what I mean? And sorry to go off on a tangent, but it's just one of them things. Legacy is the key thing which we only have, because you can have all this money, you can be successful, you can be selling Yeezys, you can be doing all this shit, but all of that shit don't matter, because when you go in the ground, it's just the hope. You ain't taking that, and you don't even know whether your kids is getting it.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So the only thing we do own in this life are moments. That's it. That's the only thing we can take to beyond, moments. So I try and make as many moments as I do with my music as I can. That's why there's so much shit out there.
Absolutely. There you go. Well said. I can't even follow that up with anything. But, you know, and this goes with your work, because a legacy is what you're leaving behind. And you continue to grow that legacy.
I have to.
I mean, yep.
This is how I eat, how I feed the kids, how this light is on, how this kitchen is going on. Before I had part-time jobs and shit, but for the past 9 years, it's just been this. And a lot of people don't really understand that worldwide. This ain't no hobby for me, B. Like, this ain't no clout shit. This is depending on whether my fridge is full, whether my daughter's going ballet and all of the aspirations for my kids. And the out of school activities, their dreams, you know what I mean? Like, all of that is resting on this. I've got other shit out there, like, well, you know, my voice is my job, but not only my voice my job, my beats are my job. You know what I mean? So but bro, like I'm working with guys from Houston. I don't know if you know. Yeah, shit. I got to big up my man Oliver Rothstein. I got to big up Buick 715 brick and mortar. I'm fucking with these niggas from Philly. Like, bro, they're just ill. Like,
Mhm.
but if you check out the Couth album by Oliver Rothstein, I've got like
Oliver
3
Rustin.
joints on there. That's what I'm saying. I'm branching out, man. I'm on some worldwide shit. It's not just UK, because to me, hip hop is hip hop. You get me? I never
Yep.
put the UK thing in front of my name. Neither did my cousin. We always just did it. Appetite told me, Pharaoh Monch told me, even Primo told me, yo, you make hip hop. Like, I don't know about this UK shit. And no disrespect to UK hip hop, because to me, UK hip hop is hip hop.
Yeah.
But man want to put UK before it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Putting
nah,
yourself in that box.
nah, we make hip hop, man. Let's stop degrading ourselves, bro. We make hip hop just like you. Because back in the fucking 80s, like early 90s, even, when like fucking the London Posse was out, you know, Bionic, Rodney P, their Moni Love, you know what I'm saying? Their records, like Moni Love's part of Native Tongue. Yeah, she lives out in the States and shit. Estelle, yeah, she lives out in the States. Bruv, they're from here. Like, what do you think? Jay-Z was out here before Reasonable Doubt was made. You get me? Like, we made hip-hop. When the hip-hop was out, London Posse record, you can pick up an Ice-T record with a Hijack record. I don't even know if you know about Hijack, but Hijack, who used to tour with Ice-T in the UK and Europe.
Mm.
And Hijack was like, if anything, or like it was like slash Public Enemy slash NWA, but arting. You know what I mean? Big up Comanche Sly and all them dons. Like, when they did what they did, you know, it was seen as hip hop. Ice-T seen it as hip hop. It wasn't, yeah, you man are from the UK, you're just doing your thing, what we're doing, but you're doing it in Europe and to me, the industry fucked that shit up. Someone had to label it and put it in a box. We all make the same shit, all from the same kind of like destitute. It's certain, obviously, yeah, we got NHS. I don't know for how long, but like obviously, you know what I mean? Y'all got food stamps, y'all got like, you know what I mean? Like social welfare. You got to a certain degree, but you ain't got help. You got to pay for welfare. You got to have a baby, you got to pay for it. All of that shit. Here, we ain't got that to a certain degree, but to certain other angles, we're all in the same thing. Like, and hip hop has always come from making something out of nothing to me. It was made, hip hop was made out of nothing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no matter where you are, you can be in Cyprus, bruv. You can be in fucking Morocco. You could be in just the fucking favelas of Brazil, where you have to walk around certain parts with your fucking pockets turned inside out just to know you ain't got money. That way you don't get robbed. Yeah. If it's that, you can do hip hop, man. Like, and that's what I put. When Pharaoh said that, it resonated with me really. Like, I was like, when he told me, bro, you make hip hop, man. Fuck all this UK shit. Like, you just make hip hop. Why you gotta put UK or French or this hip hop?
Yep.
You know what I mean? My cousin is proof of that, living testament of that. This album, what we've done is all the shit he's done before is a testament to that. The shit what I've done with Juggernaut is a testament to that. Sonny Jim, what he's doing is a testament to that. Giallo Point obviously is a testament of that. My guy Beat Butcher is a testament of that.
True.
You know what I mean? It's like, fucking hell, everyone's sound right now is his. Yo, like, it's a test. Nicholas Craven is a testament of that. You get me? Like, hip hop is hip hop, man. Whether you speak French, whether the fuck, you know, if your shit's dope, your shit's fucking dope.
That's it. Yep. And you know, when I discover a lot of music, I find it just the way you're explaining it. It's all over.
It's all over.
You can't put the music in a box.
No.
If there's talent somewhere else, there's talent there. It could be a small country. There might be somebody talented there. It's just a matter of them getting their music out.
They can be from Bristol, big up Mockman. They could be from Devon. They could be from the smallest point of Croydon. They could be from, you know what I mean? Like, you know, Buffalo. You know what I mean? Yeah, it doesn't matter where you're from, man. If the shit resonates, the shit resonates. The shit, people feel your pain, or they feel what you're trying to do. It's like you bring it into fruition. But to me, this shit's therapeutic to me because it's nice. The bonus is to obviously feed my family, which it is my job to do so now. But I would have never dreamed this. My dad was like, "Yo, be a doctor." You know what I'm saying? Like, be a lawyer. You know what I mean? What, Michael, what are you doing? Be a doctor. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was on, you get me? He went on, and then to just change it around and then see my face on the paper and then him frame it and all off music. And if you're meant to do what you do, if you love, do what you love.
There you go.
You know what I mean? I still go by that saying what Dame Dash says. That's why I'm living the dream. As long as these lights is on and the bills is paid, I'm all right for now. You know what I mean? And that's all of me just selling the beat, rapping, or politics. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't do that, I feel it's one of them ones. Like, I would do it for free if I had a nice job, but it's not the case of that. But now it is my job, and I get paid for it. So, shit, man, I don't do it every day.
Yep.
Get me? So that's why you see all them beats coming out.
That's right. And with that being said, go to Micall Parknsun's SoundCloud. If you're looking for beats, the link is right there. If you need anything,
hit me up, bro. The link's in my Instagram bio. I know the bio, like my Instagram is called Parky Pics. It's not Micall Parknsun, as you will see in the thing, but like, yeah, just click my bio, man. If you love the Ray Winstone album, if you love Weed Smoke, if you love Weed Smoke 420, if you love Savage 2, you love The Nicest, the fucking Flyest with Planet Asia. I even done a joint with Dan Shan Collective featuring Group Home. So I'm saying, like, I produced a joint with Heroes. I used to rinse Living Proof, man. Like, I used to rinse that album. Like, that's one of my favorite albums. That album molded me. And then I'm literally in the studio. Big up KG and them guys. I'm in the studio with Nutcracker and Little Dap. And I'll come there from my son's birthday. My son, I take my son to a kid's birthday party. And I get called, yo, I've got Little Dap, because they were doing a show down here with Big Shug. It was called the Foundation Gangstar Show. Yeah. Big Shug, J. Rue, and fucking Group Home.
Yep. You know
what I mean?
Damn.
It's like, raw. My man, my guy was at the Smith & Wesson show the night before. I was doing something, but I'm taking my youngest son to a birthday party. I get a phone call, yo, bro, I'm in the studio right now with Group Home. We're going in on your beat. Like, what? He goes, yo, you need to get down there. We get down there. I get down there after I take my son home. Then I get there. The man press play. My mind's blown. I'm hearing these niggas' verses and shit. You get me? I'm like, yo, what the
damn?
Oh man, shit. Oh yeah, you know what I mean? And then it's like, yo, we're doing the show. Do you want to come? So hell yeah. So like, bro, we go up there. Motherfuckers bring us on stage. Like, yo, I got big, memories, moments, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's about. You get me? Like, you own them moments. You know what I'm saying? So even now, like, you get me? Like, so with that, I knew, like, yo, man, I've got to do. You know what I mean? Even with all of my peoples down here in the UK as well, from Mopman to Converse to Cosm to Juggernaut to Joker Star to Dirty Goods, so, like, loads of people I produce for, like, you know what I mean? It's, there's something apparent, there's something Leaf Dog, like, there's something going on here. You get me? Like, there's something going down here. You just keep at it, just keep doing what you're doing, you're onto something. And that's what I'm gonna keep on doing, bro.
Absolutely. You keep seeing that your talent's growing, and the people, mentioning your name or looking out for you, reaching out, you're doing something right.
Yeah, bro. Like, and to be honest with you, there's like there's it's I'm humble, man. Like, yo, I'm affordable, bro. Like, if I really fuck with you and I really love what you're doing and I see and I believe in the vision, and I'm gonna help out. You know what I'm saying? But as I said, I can kind of I've kind of got to an age now where I can tell who's on the clout shit and who's just on like they want to work. They actually love this music we're doing right here. They actually want to put some shit out and leave a moment in time instead of just a moment in your fashion or a moment in your ego.
Absolutely. Now, when you see this album, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
I would say top 5. The reason why I say top 5, because Juggernaut to me is top 5. When I say top 5, yeah, like I put him up there with fucking Black Thought and shit. That's the first thing what comes to my mind. It's not just because I produced it and shit, because we produced that album, really. Like, yeah, I provided the beats, man, but it takes a lot of work. He did the artwork, he mastered it, you know what I mean, back and forth, mixes and all that shit. But he is by far one of the top 5 MCs I've heard in my life. And I'm very thankful to be, yeah, man, like, he's my brother, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very thankful to see him as a brother, very thankful that we're friends. But I tell him all the time, and it's not no gas shit. Even when the first joint, what was done was 40 acres. Shit, sorry about the light. Yeah, the first joint, what we did was 40 acres. And that's what the one what I've got the verse on at the end. And it didn't have the verse on before. And it was so ill, I was like, no, bro, I gotta put a verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know what I mean? Especially my favorite line off that joint is, they know what ain't white when they see the waves. When he says that, but it kills me because, you know what I mean? But yeah, like Juggernaut is top 5 for me. Top 5. Like, you need to check out his
new album.
Stolen Moments. Yeah, man.
Stolen Art Part 3.
So yeah, man, the Dropping Hinch joint, bro, that's my joint. I play that every day.
I bigged him up earlier today on IG about that album.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. He got to wait for his albums, his next self-produced album as well, which he's been working on a while. That's just some fire shit. But yeah, man. But I was talking, man. You never know, bro. You'll get 24 bricks soon. You know what I mean? We still bubbling. But
that's dope.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's top 5 to me. When I see 12 bricks, I think top 5. Even one of my favorite songs on there is there's a lot of there, but Glass Mortar. Because even when I found the break for Glass Mortar and the way how it was done, and then he's like, yo, we got my cousin on it, and then my cousin just fucked it up. Like,
he went in.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it was just one of them, God made this joint, you get me? But yeah, big up Juggernaut. Yo, in fact, I think it's Saturday. I need to be there. Yeah. He's supporting Crime Knuckle. Crime Knuckle's down here.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I saw that.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I need to buck up with Crime again, man. It's nice. He's a nice guy.
Yeah,
I met him with my cousin, obviously, my cousin and him got the Fly Apple joint.
Yep.
Yeah, I met him when we did a hip hop camp. Nice guy, man. And then obviously I met him again when he was down in London. He came to the show which I was supporting Ghostface Killer, that's another story I'll get into. But yeah, that was a dope
time.
Yeah, dope. He met my eldest son. You know what I mean? Son like family. Yeah, but it was a dope time, man. He's a dope guy. You get me? Like, a lot of people, you know what I mean? You don't have to be fucking with, you know what I mean? Like, fuck that, let me get my check and bounce. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, he's a nice guy, man. I fuck with him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I like certain people's energy I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? It's not a disrespect to just rappers in general. If your energy is not, because everyone's got different energy, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, everyone works at a different frequency. And he had a nice frequency and I liked him. Like, big up DJ Skiz as well. I liked his frequency as well.
Dope.
I mean, so
Yeah, they're nice guys, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm yeah, that's all I can really say about it, and I look forward to seeing them. Hopefully, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a crazy thing because I got a gig in Scotland myself. There's Conway coming down as well. He'll be doing the April 1st, but I got a show like in Edinburgh, like because England's a bit of a mad place. Like Scotland's not even England, even though it's on the fucking same line. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Watch Braveheart. You understand what the fuck I'm saying with fucking Mel Gibson. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Yeah,
like yeah.
Well, that's crazy. You mentioned DJ Skiz. You know, before he took off with his production, I was heavy growing up listening to underground radio. Shout out to him and DJ Eclipse halftime show.
Yeah, big up. Yeah, I met Eclipse as well when he was down here with La Costa Nostra. He was down there with Bill, Danny Boy. I forgot who. Yeah, man. Man. Yeah, the Dan Chan Collective again. The guys who done the joint with the group home, which I produced. Yeah, they bang tune that I just came through there. But yeah, the DJ Eclipse he's a nice guy because I said, yo, what up? And then as soon as I mentioned Giallo Point, he was like, yo, word? That's what I can see. You know what I mean? He was like, it's a big up Eclipse because he's here be checking before.
That's a person right there that needs a documentary.
Yeah, for real.
People don't know. People really don't know.
For real. Especially, man, like from non-fiction to all of that shit.
Yeah.
You get me? You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying, man. Like, that's what I love about just like, you know what I mean? Like, the culture itself. The culture makes you fucking be watching Drink Champs. You know what I mean? I was watching Drink Champs with Drez and Shia Ali. A lot of people will think, what? But yeah, when Black Sheep came out, I was a teenager.
Yeah.
I thought Drez and Shia Ali were real brothers. It took Drink Champs to put the truth out. I didn't even, you see what I'm saying? I literally believe, like, yo, he looked like you, bro. Like, you're brothers. Native Tongue, you're brothers. T.I. Lee, yeah, man, you always hanging out. Yeah, they're brothers, innit? Fucking roll on 30, fucking almost 5 years ago, after I find out the truth. But that's what I'm saying. That's why you need shit like that. You need shit to document and tell you the truth.
Yeah.
But to tell you from the perspective of the people who actually made these fairy tales or fables. You get me? So it's good to have this type of platform to let people know what I'm about, even if it's from my kitchen right now because I was smoking. But you know what I mean?
Good.
You know what I'm saying?
So good, man. You know, and I appreciate you taking the time. You know, I know it's late over there and everything, but I appreciate you taking the time. You know, to speak with us on HHDG Media.
No, thank you for having me. Thank you for supporting the craft. What me, my cousin Juggernaut, and other people. You know, like Raven Della, Fiber Optics. You know what I mean? Yeah, thank you, man.
Absolutely.
You know, that's the ultimate goal. It's the goal is to spread awareness. The only thing I ask is for new listeners. If you stream any of my albums, my previous albums, from me, myself, and Akai, to please stream it on My Music Records only. Don't stream it anywhere else. Stream it anywhere else, my family ain't eating. So just stream it. So stream it there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like that's the main goal. That's the main thing to leave behind, legacy, and
absolutely, yeah.
You know,
and you're doing that. Salute you on that. Trust me.
But yeah, man, I'm out here right now. We're in a mad year. I'm drinking Polish beer. You know what I mean? There's a war in the Ukraine going on right now. It's what time to be alive, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We just came through a certain pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's crazy.
Right into this.
Yeah, I mean, and we're still out here doing it. It's like what Premier said, man. We like roaches. Never dying, always living. You get me? Because that's what hip-hop does, bro. It just keeps the shit going, man. It's a shame we lose legends, but, you know, we've lost quite a few legends and that, but their music has just lived on forever, man.
Yeah.
And That's the nice comfort of it all, you know.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Thank you, man.
I've met Doom. I've met, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you meet them people, it's not like, oh, you know, yeah. You don't get inspired until maybe, you don't get inspired until maybe 2 years, 3 years after the event, or maybe even a decade.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Just that one moment where it hit
right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, man. Fucking
Yeah.
like shit. You know what I mean? So that's why I you know, try and do as much output as possible. People in New York, if you want to, you know, if you like the sound, please holler me, man. You know what I mean? Like, let's get it going. You know what I'm saying? I have no time for stopping. It's all doing. You know what I'm saying? As I said, or I'll use a lyric from my cousin, by hook or by crook. The new Slick Rick, you know I'm the truth. Sky's the limit, looking through the sky through panoramic sun. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that's what we're on. That's what we're on out here. So, you know, thank you.
Thank you, man. And like he said, go out and check out his albums and support his albums. From Working Class Dad to Finish What We Started, Me and Myself and the Kai. You got the Hot Man, Everyday Craft.
Yeah, shit, man. Big up Mott Man of Everyday Craft. But you know what? Sorry, I forgot. Big up Mr. Thing. DJ Mr. Thing. We have an album out there. Please go and check it out. It's called Finish What We Started. Came out. Big up Giallo Point. We have an album out there called The Magnum Opus. Big up Juggernaut. We have an album out there called 12 Bricks. There's too many albums to mention. Obviously, the latest album, which what I need to plug, which is what I'm all about, because it's all, you know, family. You know what I mean? Go and get Ben Kingsley now. Stream it, play it everywhere. Rinse the video. Just leave the video on repeat. I mean, like, it's one of my best works. Personally, I was pushed. My cousin brought something out of me. You know the ones there. My cousin was Morpheus, and he turned me into Neo. He was one of them ones. You get me? And damn, shit, yeah. You get what you get. So please go and cop that, stream that, do everything you can with that. There's more music coming. I've got another album with Giallo Point coming. I've got another self-produced album coming. I haven't titled it yet. It's near enough finished. There's an old song on it. Well, I ain't gonna say who's on it, but yeah, you know what I mean. Beats. If you need beats, hit me up. Check out the new album, The Third Tier, double album by me and Mott Man. Just type in my name. There's so much shit you will see, which I've produced. You know what I mean? Oliver Rothstein, The Couth, out now as well. Me and Bailey's Brown, Got It Down EP out now as well.
Dope.
Too many, man. I was just thinking off the top.
It's all good.
Yeah, man. Like,
there's plenty for the people to go out there and check out and listen to.
Yeah, for real. You get me.
Once again,
thank you so much, my man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And on behalf of our HHDG media, we're gonna say peace.
Peace. What happened to peace? Peace.